Yeah, thanks, Mickey. 5 days to go before the transfer window closes. It is a late deadline next week, 11 p.m. on Wednesday night. Arsenal supporters have all been asking who the club are going to buy following the sales of Cesc Fabregas and Samir Nasri. Well, confirmation came from Bolton that they've rejected a bid for Gary Cahill.
It's been mentioned about an offer, as they called it, for Gary Cahill. I certainly, as a manager, wouldn't call it an offer. I think there was a conversation that took place between my chairman and obviously a senior representative of Arsenal. But in terms of what that, and I'm speaking there as obviously a third party because I wasn't obviously at the meeting or the chat when it took place, but it was certainly nowhere near our valuation as a football club of Gary Cahill. I had a chat with Gary prior to the Macclesfield game to explain exactly what had taken place. I think Gary's representatives had been made aware that there was a so-called offer. Given the amount that was talked about, I don't call that an offer. I'm making an offer for somebody, I put it in writing, and then you know exactly where you are with it. But it's fair to say that the dialogue that took place, it was nowhere near what the football club would even consider for Gary Cahill leaving the Bolton Wanderers. And what I've said to Gary, and he knows this, I mean, I'm very respectful of Gary's wishes in this as well, that I totally understand that he wants to play at the highest level, and Arsenal are an elite club. I mean, a club that I probably think Gary Cahill would probably slot into with tremendous style, because he's such an accomplished player and capable, more than capable of playing in a team of that stature. But it has to be done at the right business for Bolton Wanderers Football Club, and really there's nothing more to chat about because it was way short, and I've got to stress the word way because it was, you know, it was a million miles short of what Gary Cahill's valuation is, and that's exactly where we are with it.
There's been plenty of debate on Twitter this morning following a retweet sent by Bolton's chairman Phil Gartside. It contained some offensive language about the price of the bids, saying it was around £6 million. Gartside says it wasn't his own opinion, he was showing the opinion of someone else. Stay with us, we're with Arsenal manager Arsene Wenger this lunchtime on that developing story. Newcastle United could finally now be set to welcome someone else into St James's Park. Eric Peters says he might well have now played his last game for PSV Eindhoven. Peters says he doesn't know too much about Newcastle, but he's been kept informed by their goalkeeper. This is one transfer that does seem to be gathering pace. In terms of one possible departure from Newcastle, decision date is today, according to Joey Barton. He had a medical at Queen's Park Rangers. He's posted online a short time ago that a decision will be made today. He says it is only fair on all parties. Now, Manchester City have spent the most in this transfer window, nearly £75 million. There is an expectation this lunchtime that a formal offer has gone in from Queen's Park Rangers for Sean Wright-Phillips. We're still trying to get to the bottom of this, but it wouldn't be a big surprise. We know that QPR are interested in signing them. And we'll end this update with one player who's going from League One to the Championship, and that is the potential new arrival of Upton Park of Sam Baldock from MK Dons. We're hearing he is expected to have a medical at West Ham. Stay with us, we are with Sam Allardyce shortly. In terms of clubs who have been busiest in this transfer window, we'll update that in a minute when it starts working. Sunderland have been the busiest with 10 clubs, 10 signings from them, but in terms of signings, more than £350 million has been spent in terms of this transfer window. Just a reminder that SkySports News HD is the best place to be for all the transfer news as it happens on deadline day. Join us from 6 a.m.